Initial thoughts on MJ and how did you guys build your friendship that's still lasts to today?
I guess, like I said, when I got there and just when the season started, just my work habit and, seeing that I was dedicated, I didn't take nothing for granted, always on point. And, when you're young, they going to test you. And knowing the plays, knowing, staying afterwards, getting your work in. So I was always about work. So when somebody seeing you work, I mean, in game, then I didn't play a lot early, but when I got in, I knew how to play, rebound, outlet, set picks, just I wasn't looking for them to give me nothing. I was just working. But we just got cool. Probably got more cool because we was somewhere and MJ and a guy got into it. I mean, it was real messy. So it was about a bill. So the guy told MJ, you a rookie, you did and that. Why don't you pick the check up? MJ, nigga, you get a check too. Fuck that, you pick it up. So they went at it and that. So it was like a lot of tension. So they almost got in a fight. And I'm like, man, man, y'all need to cut it out, this and that, man. He get a check. You been in the league before me. So it was a lot of that. And, they got all of them guys out of there and took 2 or 3 years. But then he got to start running the team his way. And you see what happened.
MJ dropped 63 in the playoffs versus the Celtics. What was that game like?
We were just talking about
it. It was crazy because that was when I think he came back from surgery. And they didn't want him to play. They wanted him to restrict him. And MJ said, I'm a ball player. I'm playing. If I'm on the court, I want to play my 35, 37 minutes. So that's when Gervin didn't play that much. But it was just amazing how he was fresh. I mean, he ain't played but 20 games. Everybody done played 82. So
that's crazy. And George Gervin was on the bench when MJ hit 63. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was on the bench. But he was in another world, we lost, but he put a show on. He was popping and stopping.
What Larry say? What Larry say?
Tonight, I think I witnessed Jesus on the basketball court.
Red Bird, yeah. It was tough playing against Boston because they got every call, man. It's amazing. And the floor is bad. They pushing you in the back.
Rephrase that. I don't mean to cut you off. God in the basketball uniform.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
In basketball shoes. God in basketball shoes.
So in Boston, on the court, so DJ, he not to guide you to the dead spot every time. He'll guide you and get the steal and go down court.
Oh, because he would.
Boston got about 3 or 4 dead spots. Then you had the old floor.
Yeah.
And DJ knew how to turn the guard. And next thing you know, because he turned him and tried to ball and come up. But
that's the old parquet floor, E.
And when you're playing Boston in the wintertime, they got the windows open.
They got it.
And already cold. It's already about 30 degrees. They make like 0 degrees. It was like they did everything they could for, to have advantage. And so you already got advantage. You got Bird, Karen McHale, Harris, and DJ. Like, what more? And you got Red Auerbach looking down. So it was crazy. But it was, the fans back then, like, they was like, they saw good basketball. I mean, they can like, I don't know what the fans, when they go to the game now, what they think about basketball as, just, I don't think they go to watch the game. I think they go just to see who at the game and take pictures. They walk past, the bench and taking pictures with players now, because it's just, the teams that you don't see that consistency in what they do on a night. One night they lose by 30, win by 20.
No consistency.
It's crazy.
You can say the games came a long way because back then they used to open the windows in arenas to keep the floor from sweating because of the ice. You know what I'm saying? Now they ain't got to do that. But I don't know if you remember back then. That used to walk in the gym.
Yeah.
Man, the floor. I'm talking about freezing in there and the floor just slippery all over the place, man.
Chicago always been cold. I mean, it's cold outside and they got ice on the bottom. Like,
from the hockey.
I mean, it's just crazy, some of these arenas, but most of them, got new ones now. So
changed
up to
it up
date.
a little bit. How did the nickname Oak Tree come about and what did it mean?
I guess some of my play, just, they took off, Oak Tree, Oak, so it just, they, made a half a name instead of Oak Tree and, they said Oak. And
they couldn't back you down?
No.
That wouldn't happen.
Shaq can't back me down.
Yeah, they couldn't back you down.
But no, it was just, I just like playing against Shaq. He's a big guy. But when you're a big guy like that, one thing you don't want to do is get too close to him. You always want to keep your balance because you know, Shaq want to feel you and spin.
Yeah.
I see him do that move so many times, just spin and dunk on everybody. I told him, you'll never dunk on me. I'm going to hit you in the fucking head.
That kind of leads into my next situation. You know, and this is something I did in my career when I, you know, played with stars. I mean, you know, you fuck with the star, you fuck with me. And that was kind of your thing with MJ. How was that on a nightly basis? Because he used to take a beating.
Yeah. But he didn't take a beating when I was there, really.
Yeah.
Detroit.
Waited till you was gone.
You was gone.
Yeah. You was gone. Wait till I left.
Yeah.
He said y'all was some punks.
Yeah. There's some punks. I don't care about them. Dennis Rodman, all of them.
Yeah.
Put them in the bag. I'll fight all of them.
Yeah. But you got to reiterate that. That was Detroit started doing that after you left.
After I left. I told them. They know what it was. But me and MJ, we just bonded and just like, we started going everywhere together. On a road trip, he'd ride with me to the airport. Most of the time I ride with him. He stayed right around the corner for me for my first 2 or 3 years. Go to his house, play ping pong, pool, spades. You know, we just, you know, we didn't do a lot out. Sometime at nighttime, him and Richard Dent go racing up down Willow, Porsches.
The Bears. Big Richard Dent.
We hung with the Bears guys when they won the Super Bowl in '85.
Yeah.
But besides that, we just had fun, you know. I wasn't cooking like I was, but my cooking started picking up, you know. So, but we ate a lot of McDonald's back then. MJ ate McDonald's for every morning for breakfast.
Word.
Every morning he ate McDonald's. Yeah.
Sound like Ocho Cinco.
Yeah. If it works.
Right.
And before game, he eat a steak before every game.
A steak? A whole steak?
Before every game.
Damn, that's heavy.
Boss.
Your second year, lead the team in rebounding and second in scoring as you continue to build your game and your chemistry. Later, Doug Collins comes along as coach. How was that situation?
Well, Doug the one traded me. Doug is a different kind of coach. You know, he liked to whine. You know, he was just different. I guess one time, okay, we had a game. It's on Christmas Day, Brad Sellers. So we had a meeting. So, okay, we in New York. So after the game, everybody go their own way. So, you know, we go in overtime and lose, get back into the locker room. Doug said, everybody back on the bus. We're going back to Chicago. I'm like, Doug, you just told everybody to go their own way. Nah, we on the bus going back to Chicago. So everybody get on the bus, go back to Chicago. We get the day off. The next practice, no, I call a team meeting. Like, you fucking wrong. You shouldn't have told nobody you can go their separate ways. You know, man up. And that's when the team started splitting up a little bit. MJ didn't say nothing, but I like, hey, you shouldn't have said it. You wrong. So I get traded the next year. But I always stood up for my teammate, no matter what. I mean, trade me or whatever. I mean, I'm not that bad. Somebody gonna pick me up. Even in Toronto, whatever. I mean, you do something wrong. If the teammate wrong, I can't help you. When you're right, I got you 1,000, 2,000. Because don't make a statement that you can't live up to. That's bad for the team.
87, 88, y'all get Horace Grant Scotty. How you was feeling? How the new additions to the team was?
I like the Horace Grant Scotty. We started calling them Salt and Pepper. One had a Benz black, one had a white one. So we called them Salt and Pepper.
Yeah.
They did everything together. They went to the bathroom together. So when we got them, so it started being against me and Mike Brown against all the guards and two guards. So Mike Brown went to George Washington. He played with the Bulls maybe 2 or 3 years. He was 6'10", about 280. I'm 6'9", about 260. So we used to go to the hotel room, have team. MJ get the suite. We used to go we probably took about at least 30 hotel rooms. Cause all the little guys fighting us. So
like just fighting in the room, fucking around, just fighting?
We'll sign up basketball, leave it, and we go on to the next city. Yeah, MJ. So we start getting them in the hotel. Like, let's say one go out, and we see him, walking. We'll duck down, beat him up. We just beat him up.
Yeah.
We just had a lot of fun like that. But Horace and Scotty was good guys. Like I said, they built from there. I mean, them two pieces was, part of their whole brand as far as winning them 6 championships. I mean, 3 and 3. Especially with Horace, he only got 3 and Scotty got 6. But I'm saying Horace was a guy who can play the 4 and 5 and shoot the, mid-range, good athlete from Clemson. And then Scotty, like I say, he's like a LeBron type of player, but don't have much as offense as LeBron, but he can do a lot. You know, he can play full position, get everybody involved. You know. So when you got a guy like that, then they had Ron Harper came along. Guy can play, 1 and 2. You know, that was the thing. They had a lot of length on other players, and they had 7-footers behind them. But it was when I got traded. You know, they kept building, but it was fun playing with them guys. I had a lot of fun.
I got a funny story real quick. It's about Oak. We playing in Charlotte. Oak is assistant coach in Charlotte, right? And we had just lost. So you know, I'm cut like Oak and them. So I'm from the old school. I already know. After you lose, ain't no laughing on the bus. You know, we was like that in Golden State. We got on the rig. So I already, that's how I played with Steve Smith and Kevin Willis and Dave Robinson. So I was taught that as a youngster. I don't give a fuck what you got going on. We lose, ain't no laughing and giggling on the bus, right? So I got DJ Augustine and D Brown on my team, and they young, they rookies, right? So they in the back, we just got blasted by somebody, and they in the back of the bus cracking jokes. I got my headphones on, right? So Oak him laugh, Oak like, and we ain't gonna be doing all that goddamn laughing after we just lose. Y'all focus on the next game, right? He just going off on everybody, so and he just turned around. And Jack, you know better. I take off my headphones and say, oh, I'm not even laughing. I ain't got my headphones off. Well, you know better.
Just cuz.
Yeah, just
cuz.
Well, you know better. I just had to bust out laughing, bro, because I knew he was mad at them. I ain't even say nothing. I knew what time it was. But before we even got on the bus, because DJ Augustine was one of those little motherfuckers who always laughing, dog. So and when it happened, nobody blamed him. Nobody, it's always somebody else, dog. So it was just a funny situation, dog. How he came in there screaming at me, dog. It was funny.
You should know better, goddamn.
You should know better.
Before we get to the Knicks part of your career, although you were there at the beginning with Mike, thoughts on The Last Dance and what you saw and what you learned, because obviously not the whole time there, but you played during that era.
I mean, The Last Dance was something for people who was at home because, pandemic, they can see different sides of different people. But I think, a lot of it was like, I don't know how true some of it was, but I think that a lot of people, like Gary Payton, he probably wasn't happy with what Mike said about. He said a lot about a lot of people. Scotty,
Isaiah.
Isaiah talk about himself. Don't nobody like Isaiah no more. I don't know what's up with Isaiah. He's just too sneaky. He always think I ain't do it, but he did it. Like we got you on camera. You did it.
Got you on camera. Got you on camera.
He still want to be Mike. Mike do not want to be your friend, Isaiah. I'm telling you for the 5th time. He do not want to be your friend. Stay on ESPN. Keep talking on TNT. Oh, Mike should, Now you trying to say everybody better than Mike. It's okay. You not better than Mike. He came to your city and took your city. That's why you really mad. He took over Chicago. I know.
Tough.